Australia has suffered its largest number of casualties from a single battle since Vietnam. 9 Special Forces soldiers were wounded during a clash in Afghanistan with the Taliban. One soldier was critically injured. They were ambushed during an operation in Uruzgan province in the country's south. Despite the heavy casualties, Prime Minister Kevin Rudd insists Australia's commitment to the Afghan coalition will not waver.
The fighting was ferocious and it's inflicted a heavy toll on the Australian forces.
This is the largest number of casualties suffered in a single contact since the Vietnam War.
9 Special Forces soldiers have been wounded, 1 has life-threatening injuries, 5 have serious wounds, while 3 others have slight injuries. The group was travelling in vehicles when it was ambushed and hit by Taliban gunfire and rocket-propelled grenades.
They were returning from an activity. The contact was made. And they were then, that's when the soldiers were wounded.
The Chief of the Defence Force says it could have been much worse.
I think it's very good that we haven't lost anybody. It's a very dangerous place.
The soldiers were part of a group targeting the Taliban's leadership. They've been evacuated for medical treatment.
Our thoughts and our prayers are with the wounded soldiers, their comrades in the field of battle, and their families and their loved ones.
Several insurgents were killed in the incident. Australian soldiers have been involved in intense fighting during the northern summer.
As we've seen, we're getting towards the end of the campaign season, as they call it, and we're up against a very determined adversary.
Clearly the Taliban are fighting in their heartland areas. Some of the operations which ISAF are conducting are in areas which coalition soldiers have not been before.
And it's been a bloody fight. Since 2001, 6 Australian soldiers have been killed and more than 50 wounded. Most fatalities have been in the past year. The Prime Minister says the latest casualties won't deter the Australian military. He's vowed that the Special Forces will continue to aggressively target the Taliban. The opposition has also reaffirmed its support. Australia's deployment continues to be an open-ended commitment.
They are disrupting, destroying and displacing those that would seek to return Afghanistan and its people to the bastion of terror that we had during the period of the Taliban administration.
The Defence Force expects there'll be more heavy fighting ahead. Richard Davis, World News, Australia.